What's going on, y'all? It's J Smo Reviews here, back at it again with another video, man. Bringing you guys yet another predictions video. As I've been saying, as a few other pillars in the culture have been saying, but the fourth quarter of Battle Rap this year is going to be high quality. And I feel like things always pick up, like even last year, I thought the fourth quarter had some of the better events. A lot of people make that dash right at the end of the year, but you're starting to see the dominoes fall. We talked about Hitman and Geechee. Obviously, Bullpen's endgame card, like the Flyers out, but the battles aren't even out yet. And now Black Ice is getting back in the fold, who actually had a very good event this year with Resurrection. I believe that I recapped it on this channel. I should have, but that was Tay-Rock and Bankhead, Bill and Clean, you know what I'm saying? A couple cool battles went down on there, but this is obviously a bigger situation for them. It is once again the cage, their signature setting, and as you can see in the title, their main event is Hollow Dadan versus A-Ward. And actually, I noticed it's called No Order. I believe their concept is that they said any battle on the card could be the main event, and they have like different flyers with different battles at the top. And I understand that it's respectful to battlers, but I'm acknowledging Hollow versus A-Ward as the main event. It's already a major battle, and then when you put it in the cage, I think, you know, I have a lopsided winner I'm going to predict still, but I think putting it in the cage makes it more of a close battle, right? It opens up the realm of possibilities for other things to happen, but they got a couple, like, decent-sized battles on here, and for the most part, even battles that aren't exactly the most fair on both sides in terms of matchup or competition, you still have big names all throughout the card. So we'll start from the bottom of the card. And when I say there is a couple key battles, I do mean, like, two battles at the top that are, like, top-tier action on either side, could affect some like 2024s, you know what I'm saying, of more prominent battlers, things of that nature, you know what I mean? But the rest of the card, for the most part, like I said, still has big names, and it's going to be like big, at times, top-tier names matched up against some of Black Ice's homegrown talent. So if there's any names here you're unfamiliar with or don't know that well, I think most of them are like Black Ice's talent. A lot of guys appeared on Resurrection that are on this card. But, we'll be pretty quick about it. We got Kitchen Clean versus Cut Eastwood. Where with Clean, there's always two big hurdles, right? Showing up to the venue, just being there. And then if you're there, did you show up with raps? If we can get past those two things, there's a good chance Clean will do pretty good on this card, because even though he's got a career that can be defined with fucking up, you know what I'm saying, really no other way to put it, running off with deposits, all types of crazy shit, he's almost always given like his full effort to Black Ice. It's the one place he takes mostly serious. His best performances are there for the most part, or at times at least he's like decent. So I could see him winning this battle. Then you got Danger Zone versus C3, which is like a sneaky vet pen matchup here, and I do have Danger Zone 2-1 for similar reasons to Clean. Obviously, he's been a lot more consistent in his career. Although he hasn't really had like a prominent URL, RB, you know what I'm saying, King of the Dot type of run outside of his, his crazy 2015, and even some of those biggest highlights were on Black Ice. Like, Danger Zone has always been really good on this league. His Clips battle, I feel like, is kind of an underrated gem from them. That's a good battle. I think it was either B Magic or Danny Myers that he battled. He did really good on versus Black Ice. And then his body bag of Lada Zay, where a lot of people were throwing the towel in, that was, I remember how impactful that was when it happened. So I could see Danger winning 2-1 here just off of like being good in this specific place, but C3 will of course put up a fight. And then you got 3 to 4 matchups here that are like extremely lopsided. I mean, there's no other way to put it. These are like great names that are facing against some of Black Ice's talent. I do want to give a little respect to Showstopper. I actually think out of all like of their homegrown talent, he's the one I've probably seen the most of. He battled KD. He's had a couple 2-on-2s. I've seen him he'll probably do decent. He's done good in the cage before, but he's battling JC in the cage. I believe the last time JC was here was him versus Quantum Physics, which I'm not the biggest QP fan here. I'm very honest about that, but that was a very, very good battle. It's probably one of the best battles in Black Ice's history. You don't want to be in the cage with JC as a top-tier battler, and especially as a non-top-tier battler. So JC is going to win that battle clear, but I think Showstopper, you know what I'm saying, he'll do his numbers. Then you got Fonz versus Catboy Hurt. Got Fonz very clear, unfortunately for Catboy Hurt. We got Fonz here rapping top 10 currently in battle rap level material, so another tough one. And then you got Rum Nitty versus Killa B, and I see Nitty pop up on a few flyers recently. Killa B here, he's got Keese on the West Coast on Rooftop TV, I believe it is. He's battling Mr. Man on Gates of the Garden, and what I've realized, it was an epiphany that came to me. Rum Nitty is actually on a food truck adventure across the country. He's trying to try the cuisine across the United States, traveling to all these places. So he's just happening to battle rap as he goes. This is not the main focus. You know what I'm saying? He's on a quest for plates. So along this journey, he just happens to be rapping, and this is one of those plates. But all jokes aside, Rum Nitty is going to win this battle, but I am also excited to see Rum Nitty in the cage because I think, for what it's done for writers so far, which is kind of the basis of how it's shot, John Doe does fantastic with the concept. I'm expecting Nitty to have a performance maybe similar to what Rock had versus Bankhead in the cage at the beginning of the year, where it's just a 3-round showcase. It's not exactly changing anyone's year, you know what I'm saying? We're not moving around any hierarchies, but it's good to see the best just rap really good and cool environments. So expecting a good Nitty in that battle. And then you got Bankhead versus Mike P. We just talked about Bankhead. And Mike just battled very recently on Massacre 6. He had the most competitive battle of day one with Real Deal. A lot of people got him winning it. And energy-wise, there's some things like Bankhead is like over his energy is through the roof, and I think Mike can kind of match that, but a lot more poised. I do have Mike winning this battle clear. And with Bankhead, and listen, I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? Watch a lot of battles in my time. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I don't know if I personally have seen Bankhead win a battle. I'm not saying it has to happen. I probably haven't watched all of his battles, but I just don't know if Jay Smo has watched Bankhead win a battle. So, obviously, with these 3 or 4, I'm looking more at, like, the showcase for the top-tier name, but maybe somebody shocks me. That's why you give, like, your home roster opportunities like this. So now we have those big matchups that we talked about, and the first one is going to be a women's versus women's matchup, and that is Viixen the Assassin versus 40 Bars, where, in terms of where both of them are coming in, like, kind of the storylines of it, listen, I mean, anyone that's pays attention at least a little to female battle rap in general knows that 40 Bars signed up for fucking Hell's Row for her schedule, man. I mean, it started out with Flames, First Lady Flames, big fan of. She cleared her on a smaller league. She beat Flames, but then she had Sharon recently on Massacre 6. Did not go too good for her. Obviously, pretty dominant loss. And now from there, she's going to have Twerk, this kind of spaced out after, I believe. And then Swamp got announced for November, which is obviously a good ways away, but it's a lot. She's got a lot coming up in life. You know what I'm saying? And this is the premier women's versus women's matchup out of that schedule. And then on the Viixen side of things, after, a couple years ago, the Ward and Jazz battles hurt her bad. Like, really took the wind out of her sails, and I think changed perception. Like, runs like that happen even to the greatest, where, like, you're going to have to fight a change of perception. Like, yo, you just got whooped. Like, how are you going to respond to it? I think she's responded well. Since then, the Yoshi G battle, I had her winning. It was a good battle. I had her 30ing Chilla Jones. Pretty okay Chilla Jones, but I had her winning every round of that battle. She had the official battle recently, which was really good. Might be the best women's versus women's battle I've seen this year, up there with Jazz and Coffee. You know what I'm saying? Happened the day before. I had her losing on the rewatch, I will say. I had her winning in the building. I still think it's debatable, although I got her losing. But that was, I thought, still a really good look. And also on the same card that 40's got Twerk on the Summer Madness Kings vs. Queens thing, she's got Rum Nitty, you know what I'm saying? So God bless to both of those ladies on that venture. But that's kind of where both of them are going into this battle. And in terms of predicting the winner, I think style-wise, I'm not going to lean either way because of that, because I think both of their styles are going to be enhanced by the cage. You got a straight power puncher with Viixen, which I expect to hit in there, but you also have like the very layered and witty pen of 40, which some people could debate will do even more in that cage. You know what I'm saying? The layered writing. We saw what E-Heart did. She was really good in her battle there. And while they do have different styles, they are both like female legends in that like pen lane. So I'm expecting it to be a very good battle. But there's two things that goes into it. One is that as of recent, and it's funny because her last win's versus a girl, and then obviously she just lost to Sharon. But in general, I'm more confident at 40 in this point in her career versus other men. That's when she's given some of her better performances. I think she herself has said, like, at times she feels like men are the only ones skill-wise on her level with her. And that's how you've gotten Sue Surf, Ill Will performance. You know what I'm saying? Cortez, Big T. You know, we could go through the whole thing. But, you know, versus a woman, I'm not saying that she's not going to try or anything. I'm expecting a pretty good 40, but the pattern of consistency hasn't been there in these matchups as much. And then on top of that, really the biggest reason is this is a home game for Viixen. She comes from Black Ice. She's from Milwaukee. Like, it is a home game, not just in the home state, but not in your city. Like, she should have her people there. And I believe, I could be wrong, but it's the first time she's been back to Black Ice or Milwaukee since she's reached, like, top tiered, you know what I'm saying, like kind of stardom within battle rap, you know what I'm saying, women's battle rap. But even then, she appears on big cards, whether it's women's or men's battle rap. Like, she has reached a certain level of stardom. She is getting back into her groove, and I feel like there's that extra motivation. It could be, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it's her first time back to Milwaukee since, but I think it is. And if that is the case, that's enough of that extra motivation for me to go Viixen 2-1 edge. But as you see, I got thoughts. I could definitely see a world where 40 wins this battle, and it's I could easily also see it end up being battle of the night on a competitive aspect. So very excited about that matchup. And then you got Hollow Dodon versus A Ward, which I think it's cool to just see Hollow on black ice, which he's just been more active the last few years. You know, he had 4 battles last year. He's got 3 with this A-Ward battle going down. Who knows if he gets another one? You just haven't seen him active like that. I want to say really ever, because even like back in his prime, it was different the way battle rap was. You know, people weren't putting up 5 or 10 battles a year in an active year. So I don't think it's the most battles he's had in a year, but it's the most he's had in at least quite a long time. And I think the cage factor does help Hollow a bit. He's coming off the Av battle that he just got whooped in. Just didn't even seem motivated by the angles that he took. A little all over the place. Like, listen, I've been saying for years now, like, Hollow has some airball moments. He has some moments where he's angling, but he's not really getting into the character assassination that he built a humongous legacy on. I've been seeing kind of like just slowing down in the impact, the seriousness, attacking the opponent. So it's not too much of a shocker to me that the Av battle kind of even went the way that it did. But in general, you've just been seeing this. I had him losing a Thesaurus. He looked kind of lethargic versus New Jersey Twerk. So for years, I kind of been saying this, but I'm seeing more people now kind of being like, yo, like Hollow really is losing a couple steps. And then you have A-Ward, who is once again going to probably end up being a top 10 battle rapper this year. And he started out really with like 10 or 12 plates that are, I don't want to say nothing, but I mean, you battle Gwitty, 100 bullets, like, it's DG de Piranha, you know what I mean? But then he has the rock battle, really good whether you got him winning or losing. He just smoked Thesaurus. Now he's got Hollow Dodon coming up. Like, things are going Ward's way. He's rapping great in his great matchups. So if I got to go off recent performance, listen, I think the cage is going to help Hollow's style a little. He can get more into the details, these intricate little pockets, like. But I thought that would work for Av too, so he's going to have to show me. I do have A-Ward 2-1 clear, and if Hollow is anything like he was versus Av, this could be another 30 cooking up versus the Legend. But that is my full thoughts here for Black Ice's cage card, man. Like I said, with these top 2 matchups, very excited for Viixen and 40 and Hollow and Ward. The cage is going to add to both of them. It's great to see like big matchups happen in the cage. I feel like that it has that big match, like adds to the aesthetic of it, of course. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the battle in the comment section down below. Which of the 2 battles do you think will be better? And then obviously, who do you have winning each battle? And then also, I know I was kind of, you know what I'm saying, kind of harsh on the Black Ice roster here in terms of the opponents they got, but it is going to be an uphill climb for them. It's going to be a tall task, but listen, streamed card, there's some important battles, so you know people are going to buy in. Shock someone, make someone like me look stupid. I mean, that's just what battle rap is about. Any given day, you could snatch momentum, so who knows, but even if not, we'll still get some showcases from some top-level battle rappers. And then also, like I said last video, I was supposed to do Queen of the Ring for this video. I feel like every time I'm about to do the Queen of the Ring blog, another event pops up with, you know, a little bit of a bigger matchup or something I want to talk about, but I promise definitely either this weekend or starting next week, we will get those Queen of the Ring predictions out, man. But it's been J Smo Reviews again here, y'all. As I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man. Peace.